Okay, so we're on the floor of the EDUCAUSE conference, and we're here at the Luminate booth.
Yes.
And you know about Luminate because that's the tool that we've been using for our synchronous class meetings. But Amber, can you tell me a little bit about what Luminate is doing here at EDUCAUSE and about this educational conference?
Absolutely. So we're here providing information on our Luminate Live Classroom. We also have some new products that we're developing, or that has actually been released. We've got a Luminate VCS, which is a new video conferencing system. It's like a desktop solution that ties into all your Polycom technology. We also are offering Learn Central. It's our new Facebook for educators that we're promoting as well. And we're just answering questions and showing demos and getting people interested in the use of Illuminate.
Who are the sort of people who come to your booth?
The majority of the people that we've been seeing actually at this concert have been more higher level. We've got a lot more CEOs, CIOs, we've got some IT personnel, people that are really affiliated with more of the technology in the classrooms.
Since this class is really focusing on the use of technology in education and distance learning, were there some sort of trends that you could see coming from the people who visited you here?
More online usage, more colleges and stuff are offering more distance learning education. It's kind of moving to that aspect because of the economy, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing what you've been doing here at
You
EDUCAUSE.
bet. Excellent. Thank you, John.
We are. Okay, we're here at the EDUCAUSE booth for Epsilon, which is the Epsilon learning environment. I'm here with the president, Jim. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at EDUCAUSE and more about the Epsilon product?
We're here to, we brought a pop legend here, Ali Jafari, to EDUCAUSE, the founder and father of the ePortfolios. But Epsilon's a learning environment that includes ePortfolios, social networking, learning management into one large environment. So it's a completely new generation of e-learning, very different than legacy systems.
So when you say a learning environment, so what would this do for a student? How does a student interact with the Epsilon environment?
The students are coming into the classroom today, they're bringing their iPod, they've been Twittering, they're on Facebook. They're a whole different kind of student, so they really want to be in a collaborative learning environment. So previously you come to a course, you have a course management system that's only about course delivery, content delivery. Epsilon puts you into an environment where you can now collaborate, work with other students within your class, within your institution, or more importantly, among institutions. So as a student, I could collaborate with someone who's got a similar interest at another college down the road, someone across the country, or someone over in mainland China. So it's a whole different way of learning, and what we try to do is provide the tool set that enables that.
It's interesting, it's looking at the convention floor, your booth happened to have a whole pile of the New York Times here. What's the connection between the New York Times and Epsilon?
Well, twofold. New York Times is the majority owner of Epsilon, but more so, they're our partner in this. And what the New York Times has done is they've made available to all the instructors who are using Epsilon the New York Times content repository. So we have digital copies of every article from 1851 to present that an instructor can bring into their class and let the students have it. So now what I can do is when I'm putting together a lesson, I don't have to be using just material from a static textbook. I could actually use something from yesterday, put it right into the lesson plan. So that becomes part of what I'm teaching. Students have those resources, and so we're thrilled with the partnership with the New York Times.
So what sort of people were coming to the booth trying to find out about Epsilon?
A lot of people who have heard the buzz about Epsilon, they know it's something different, but they're not exactly sure what it is, and so we're excited about that. We also had a large announcement with SunGard recently where we're now a big partner with the New York Times, SunGard, and us, and they want to know what that involves. And for us, what that means is we'll be able to do very deep integration with Banner and Luminous, and if you happen to be a SunGard customer, you have the opportunity to really have the learning environment of Epsilon integrated with Banner and Luminous.
Okay, well thank you so much for telling us about Epsilon and what you've been doing here at EDUCAUSE. And here we are at EDUCAUSE at the, what is it, SP Controls. So can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here at EDUCAUSE and what your products are?
Well, what we're doing at EDUCAUSE is really telling people how they can save money and add value by putting in simple solutions to take technology in their room and simplify it for the instructors. We believe that the technology in a room is only as good as the user, and if they don't know how to operate it, then it's really not doing them any good, and they're spending a lot of money where it's not being used.
Okay, and so basically you set up the control structures for what we might call as a smart classroom, a mediated classroom.
That's right. We take the audiovisual systems in the room and we simplify them through an easy-to-use user interface button panel. They're easy to configure, they're easy to install, and they're easily maintained.
And who are the sort of people who come visit your booth here?
Mostly they're going to be people in IT and technology, the people that are setting up the rooms, the people that are dealing with this on a daily basis, the people that are dealing with the clients that are their customers, which are the end users or the instructors in classrooms.
Okay, I sort of cheated here. I didn't start with the introduction of who you are because I didn't want to sort of give away that you and I have a relationship, but you want to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Stephen Thomas. I am a former Chico State graduate of the Instructional Design Program of 1988, and I've been in the audiovisual industry since then, and I owe a lot of my media knowledge to John Idelson.
Thank you. Well, one of the things is interesting because this class is our instructional technology, instructional design class, and they're working on both online and hybrid courses, and talking about how technology is used both in physical classrooms and in distance learning. But I think one of the strengths that I think your company has had is not only are you a good product for serving the smart classroom, but you also understand that process of training, instruction, and what faculty need and what students need in that situation.
Absolutely. We believe that, well, our product really lends itself well towards webinar type of instruction. We believe that enabling the actual departments in the schools to make modifications and changes gives them the power to keep their systems up and running and very usable. And so we take advantage of in ourselves of webinars and going out there and physically showing people how to use it. So we're trying to take advantage of our own technologies as much as we can.
Certainly your own dog food.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, and particularly what's happening is these smart classrooms that used to be just considered a physical asset within that building really is becoming the production studio for online and webinars. And so having the ability to be able to control that space easily is what your company does.
Very, very good point, yes. Because the audiovisual is there and it's oftentimes very complicated and requires a certain person that knows how to do it all. We enable them through a simple user interface so that somebody can come in there and easily turn on the system and get it set up and then use the equipment without former instruction or a long list of details on how to do that. So yes, we do try and take that technology and simplify it.
Yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I see you got a lot of business back here, so I don't want to take away from how you earn your living.
Thanks, John.